Alright, Operation Maintenance Diesel Electrical Locomotive tm55202, or it might be 203. But Chapter 7 Governor, the purpose of the governor is to regulate the speed of the engine in accordance with the various throttle settings. That the throttle is moved to the various positions the governor adjusted to maintaining the engine speed in each position. Regardless of the load, the governor also provides emergency engine shutdown protection. Engine speed of the diesel engine is regulated with the amount of the fuel injected, which controls the operation of the fuel injection pump. The engine is able to deliver the pump at the proper proportion of the amount of the fuel introduced into the cylinder. When the load decreases, the fuel injected is more than efficient delivery needed for the power. The engine will be speed up, and the governor acts to recede the fuel injection when the load increases. Therefore, in tendency, the engine to decrease the slowdown until the governor permits the increase of the fuel injection. The sensitivity of the governor is determined to be the amount of the speed of the change of the governor required to make the corrective suction. If governors the sensitive will carry the governor beyond the proper position, will result in an excess deficiency in fuel injection. Governor seeks the exact position of exact existing load stability attained by the compensation system, which prevents the hunting and is minimizing speed of the change. The load changes. The two views of the governor appeared in Figure 27 and 28. 36. Type of the governors. Governors are usually controlled by the throttle of an electro-pneumatic, electro-hydromatic, or pneumatic hydraulic mechanism. Some locomotives, especially small industrial locomotives, which are equipped with multiple unit operation, direct mechanical linkage between the throttle and the governor control shaft. Governors all these have these units, four essential portions of the similar, namely oil supply, speed control column, the power piston, or the compressed compensation mechanism. The Figure 29, the cross section of the hydraulic governor, and the shown in the automatically. The oil supply self-contained. The system consisting of the storage for tank, rotary gear pump, ball check valve, the oil pressure equalizer piston, the oil compromises the hydraulic medium of the governor, and it also acts as the lubricant for the moving of the parts. 2. The speed control column consists of the ball-headed flyweights related to the pilot valve plunger, where the position is determined. The rotating of the flywheels of the plunger controls the supply of the oil, which actuates the power piston. 3. The power of the piston supplies the force of the move of the injector racks through the injector leakage, thereby determining the amount of the fuel injected in the cylinder. 4. The compensation of mechanical and preventing the engine racing and the hunting of the stopping of the movement of the power position after it has traveled a sufficient amount to bring the speed to the normal specific throttle settling. The speed control connection for the electro-pneumatic and electro-hydraulic governor extends with the solenoids with the governor through the cable to the continuity of the electrical throttle. For the pneumatic governors are an airline connected to the actuator, which responds to the throttle setting. In each case, the section conventional fly assembly see as in and above. Regulated change of the compression of the speed or spring as the solenoid actuator shaft responding to the idling settings. Throttle does not at any time the fuel control rack directly. This is a governor. Electro-hydraulic governor shows from number 1, which starts kind of at the top, and then the D valve, the fulcrum nut, the shut nuts, and the speed spring, piston stop screw, the power piston, the flotation link point, the control column head nut, holding bolts, the time delay, the adjustment point of the high lube oil suction, the A, B, and C valve, and the overriding solenoid for your electro-hydraulic governor. The engine stop of the control is built in electrically controlled governors by the solenoid whose pole is when energized opposite to the other side of the solenoid. When the only solenoid is energized, the fuel control is automatically moved to the position of the butt shuts off the fuel supply. The particular solenoid, in conjunction with the other solenoids in the governor, makes the possible large combination of the speed settings, the throttle in advance, and the function shutdown of the solenoid when alone in the energized the stop position of the throttle. Governors are equipped with the manual shutdown plunger, which may be pushed and handed to stop the engine. Oil pressure shutdown is built into the governors, in some instances protecting against the failure of maintaining the oil pressure. Any oil line of the engine lubricating the system shutdown mechanism of the governor normally transmits engine lubrication of the oil pressure governor, which is to free the response of the throttle in the normal manner. If the engine oil pressure is too low, the shutdown piston of the governor moves to the power piston. The fuel control shaft shut off and stop off the engine. This is a pneumatic hydraulic governor, starting with the walking beam, the governor receiver, the high speed stop screw with 3/8 of an inch slot head on a low oil time delayed bypass, a shutdown solenoid, fulcrum nuts, and the shutdown nuts as an overriding solenoid. Operates 37 operation. Governors and linkages have been adjustable adjustments which should be studied. The specific governor bulletins. The detailed information required for the oil should be shut in the upper side of the glasses at all times. Supplied with the governor must be of the proper weights and possesses the non-foaming qualities. Carefully must be taken adding the oil prevalent to the entrance of the dirty or foreign materials. Here's another pictures of cross-section of a governor. You see the shutdown nuts, the quadrant, the governor shaft, the shutdown rod, the speed plunger, the speed springs, the rotating sleeve, and that this is the governor control section of the book governor. It shows a path between the pump with an equalizer piston going down into what's known as the booster solenoid, which has an air line into it, and it also goes to the pilot valve from the power piston to the ball weight handle onto a terminal shaft, the spreader strings, and a ball head assembly on a control shaft pinion springer, and with a compensation adjustment lever into a compensating transmission piston into a floating small dash plunger on a floating lever with the pilot valve. Chapter 8: Engine air intake.